Welcome to Doc's Daily Dose for Dads, prescribed by Dr. Harrison. Today I want to talk about stretching the imagination. I did an episode a while back about asking questions. I mentioned a stat that kids around 4 years old ask about 300 questions a day, and I talked about how you should try to answer as many of those questions as possible. But I want you to be able to flip the script back on the kid. Ask them questions. Now, there are question asking for critical thinking and comprehension, but today I'm strictly talking about stretching the imagination. I'll give you an example. Today I had to run a bunch of errands, and I wanted to do it before 12 o'clock because I had other stuff I had to take care of. And remember, in another episode, I talked about how you should always bring your kids along to run errands to teach them life lessons and have some fun with them. So I took my youngest while the other two were in school, and my youngest doesn't get to school till 12. So we rolled for 3 hours doing all kinds of stuff. Gas station, hospital, his doctor's office. We went and picked up some t-shirts that were going to get made. Everywhere and anywhere, we were all across town, and we were having a ton of fun. But while we left one portion of the hospital to go and walk to his doctor's office to pick up the physical form for his school next year, we were going down this long stairwell. And there's a bunch of steps, and we were holding hands, and we started to hop towards the bottom. And as we got closer, he was like, "We're almost to the bottom. We're about to win the race." And so we jumped down on the very last step, and he goes, "We win the race, me and you, Daddy," right? And instead of just, "Yay," and then keep pushing forward, I asked him, "Well, what do we win?" And he said, "A trophy." And I said, "Well, who made the trophy?" And he said, "I made it." And I was like, "Well, what color is the trophy?" He was like, "It's a red trophy with me and you on it." See how I just stretched the imagination there? The good thing was, not only did I stretch his, I stretched mine. It's a muscle that we start to lose as we become adults in this world because everything's so serious. And everything we got, timetables, deadlines, places we got to be, things we got to do. And imagination is for the kids. And we have to leave those child, foolish things alone once we become adults. That's nonsense. You want to be able to stretch your imagination as well as your child's. Keep it for as long as possible. Let them be kids. This doesn't mean that you have to go and necessarily play pretend army or play T-set with your daughter, even though you should. What I'm talking about is just simply in conversation. If you notice your kid is starting to engage in imaginative play, engage back. Play with them. Create a bigger, better, brighter fantasy world that they're involved in. It's not only going to help them, but it's going to help you. It'll slow down the process of us robbing them of that imagination as they get older. And guess what? It produces more creative people. Imagine if you were allowed to use your imagination from day one until today, and no one squashed it with this notion of always being serious and taking things so serious and making sure you're moving forward, one foot in front of the other on your path. Imagine if you got some time to stop and wander around for a second in imaginative play. And you did that often. Allow that for your children. Let them be creative. Stretch their imagination. Because all it does in turn for you, by simply asking questions, is stretch yours as well. All right, you guys, that's Doc's Daily Dose for Dads. Don't forget to hashtag Doc's Daily Dose for Dads, hashtag 4D. Check out all social media at rebirthbx. Hit the website, rebirthbx.com. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music. I'll get back to you guys tomorrow.